Alrighty, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome everybody to a little bit more Zelda Link to the Past Randomized. This is the ladder race number 8. Even though I accidentally wrote in the announcement it's number 7, it's actually number 8. Either way, the short version is this is Zelda Link to the Past Randomized, which means we start with basically no tools, no swords, except with Zuda boots. Zuda boots in this setting means that we can dash and run around quickly, as well as spin speed, but that's it. We cannot bonk into rocks in order to open them, we cannot bonk across gaps, and a few other tricks also don't work with this kind of setup. So, beyond that, we're gonna be beginning in just about a minute, I think. I hope you all have a most pleasant day so far. Actually, I might have done this intro slightly earlier than I usually should, but that's about it. So for anybody who might not be entirely aware, this is effectively like a Metroidvania, really. Where we need to find items in order to go places, and the ultimate goal is to get the 7 crystals and defeat Ganon. That's kind of all there is to this. Also, I guess maybe somewhat important too, I have new controllers! So, alrighty. This is a little bit interesting, I guess. So basically, I was trying to see whether I could repair the rubbers on the SNES mini controls, which are different than regular Super Nintendo controllers. So any replacement parts, they always fit for regular Super Nintendo controllers, not the SNES mini. And when I basically tried to repair them, I asked my father, who is usually pretty crafty, whether he had any ideas on how to fix these little rubbers that basically have just kind of breaks in them, if you will, and don't spring back up as they should. And he just kind of tried a few things and asked me about replacement thingies and stuff like that, and I also told him that basically you can't really get any controllers, like they are just always sold here with the entire console as well. And so he just kind of basically spontaneously decided that, hey, there's a listing here for an SNES Mini with controllers. And he called that person, and today he just kind of went out and got an entire SNES Mini set with everything included. It's like, really? Oh my goodness. And he told me, well, consider it a premature birthday gift. So, that's nice. Also very unexpected. So I have 2 more SNES mini controllers. I also did order another one, so I will have at least 1 backup, and I'm not sure whether Onifire already sent the controller, but I may want to try. Actually, I forgot about that part. I may want to try and contact them, that they could probably keep it now. Like, I like having backups for controllers because I go through them because I use them a lot. But at the same time, yeah. Is this Elden Ring? No, this is Zelda Link to the Past Randomized. Zelda Link to the Past originally is, or was, still is I guess, a Super Nintendo game, so it is really, really old, older than most people probably, just kind of on Twitch to say the least. And, well, there has been kind of a popular-ish ROM hack community more recently, or racing community really, where basically the short version is you try to be as fast as possible with a randomized seed that you have never seen before. In this case also, I'm not allowed to know who my opponent is. So the ladder setting works as this. There's currently, I think, 22 participants in this ladder, and I am basically the opponent of just one of them. We both have the same seed. We are not allowed to know who our opponent is until we are done. So please don't tell me if you figure it out. You can figure it out for yourself if you want to, but just don't tell me. And also, please no help. I would appreciate that. Alright, anything else? If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. We are beginning in just about 5 seconds from now. 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck to whoever my opponent is. Actually, good luck to everybody, I guess, participating. Why not? There's a small key, that's interesting. Go, Dad. Yeah, he's just way too nice, I feel. Now I can actually properly press the X button again, and I don't have to worry about the X button accidentally getting pressed all the time as well, so that's very nice. Alright, as you can see, we can dash, but if I bonk into something, it's not gonna be the proper bonk, it's just gonna be like a mini bonk. Because we don't have proper boots, we have pseudo boots, so all the locations that are only accessible by boots are, well, not accessible. Standard tree pull is this. Bush grab has single rupees, so that is not terribly useful. And now I need to kill 4 enemies or more, and then get hit in order to get a different tree pull. To be fair, I could just kill 4 enemies and not get hit, and I still get a different tree pull, but I prefer getting hit as well, because that is going to be always the tree pull that I will get. It's kind of throughout the game, let's put it this way. And it's rare for it to be even particularly relevant. So I don't feel like figuring out the other one. Alright. There is an armor upgrade, which is actually a difference compared to the tournament settings for the other tournament qualifiers that I'm participating in. The armors are inexistent there, but we also have less total hearts in this format here, so it's kind of a give and take, I suppose. So it's quite interesting. Alrighty, so we have 4 enemies killed and we have gotten hit, so we get single rupees from a tree pull. So we do not have enough money. Now my last hope to get potentially a bomb is from the guards. We have checked the price pack of the magic guys, and let's see the guards. The guards have rupees, so basically they are the money bags today, if you will. Which means I don't have enough money to buy bombs here, and I don't have any bombs to open up this here, so we'll probably have to return back here in a second. Just to open that one chest with the crack in the wall, because, well, kind of really don't want to miss out on that. Which actually kind of reminds me, I wanted to do an uncle start first. I forgot about that part. With pseudo boots, I feel like Uncle Start is a lot more, well, a lot less punishing if it doesn't properly work out. Oh well, that's okay. So we now have enough money to buy bombs. In fact, we only needed 50 rupees, and there was a lot more in here just now. So from here, we can check our chicken house, then we check probably the back of the tavern on the way back, I would guess. Wonder whether it would have been faster to check the tavern right now and then just keep dashing along the right-hand side of the village. Might have been. Hey, there's more bombs. Unfortunately, they were behind the bombable wall, so couldn't really get them beforehand. We also don't quite have enough money right now for the bottle vendor, but there are 20 rupees in the well here, as well as another 30 rupees in Blind's house, so we will have actually enough money across the board here anyways for the bottle vendor who wants 100 rupees for something random. That random thing could just be a single rupee. It's always funny. So usually he gets a significantly better deal than you do. Alright, our first actual useful item, let's put it this way. Sword. The sword allows us, of course, to combat enemies, and, well, we definitely want to take advantage of that. Ah, alright, that was bombs. I was considering buying the bottle vendor item after I had enough rupees just out of Blind's hut, but I feel like that would have been quite a gamble, because if the bottle vendor didn't have bombs or something else, I would not have been able to buy bombs afterwards, so I think my strategy was quite fine. Also, just a piece of hut here. We don't need those necessarily to clear the game, but they're kind of nice to have early on. Alrighty, now we go to the back of the tavern. Trying to get spin speed here. Come on. There we go. My pathing was a little bit awkward to say the least, but that's okay. Still getting a little bit used to this controller. It is mostly the exact same as the previous ones, because at least SNES Mini I feel like has mostly very consistent quality. Alright, there's the first accidental bonk. As you could see, we don't get a proper bonk. Also, we can't get the item from the library. In this case, we don't even want it anyway, so it's fine. But we couldn't get it even if we wanted it. That is 300 rupees on the racing minigame here, and because Sora is always a concern, I'm actually gonna go ahead and go out of my way to grab those. Plus, it's always nice to be able to buy blue potions if desirable. If we don't need Zora or something like that. So, also worth noting, from the Sanctuary we did get a small key. So one of my earliest things that I wanna do, if I have proper weaponry, which I do, with the sword right now, I want to go to Uncle and then actually just do the entire escape sequence. Because there is 3 items at the back of the escape. Plus, if my opponent did decide to do an Uncle start, I wouldn't miss out on whatever the Uncle has for too long. Because it's effectively one of these places where it's just very tempting to just never return back to, well, the front of Hyrule Castle. Because, you know, it's kind of not really on the way to anything, except if you check Pyramid and you have a mirror for that matter. But yeah. So these guards have money if we need a little bit more money, but nothing too interesting. There is a sword here. So actually, if I were to go to Uncle first, I would have gone to do the escape sequence immediately with a sword. Now the downside would be I wouldn't have the small key in order to go all the way through, which to be fair is not in logic anyways, but this is actually quite interesting. Oh, by the way, you never know whether somebody is actually intentionally asking a question that could be considered stupid or not, so I just always like to answer them at face value. And I'm answering that thing in chat after 7 minutes because I'm terrible at reading chat in time. I'm sorry. And hey, Vilokar, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Alright, messed up. Rupees. So next ring guard can actually have a 20 rupee, I think. He didn't drop one. Oh, both medallions. So these are all available basically in Sphere 1. I think Ether Medallion is really nice for mini Moldom Cave because it's a quick spell cast and it just kills all of them really fast. And hey, Fred, welcome! Thank you for the good luck, and I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. A little bit early, that's okay. Alright, so what do we get here? A map. Alright, so we definitely want to go through the escape sequence. I could have tried to take a bit more damage along the way, but it usually doesn't make much of a difference. Plus, we could have found a mirror. No 10 minutes delay? Oh no, this is for the ladder race in this case. The main tournament, which is a different thing, is 10 minutes delay. I did change the text in model, right? I think I did. Either way, we have a sword, and even though we can't see, because we would either need a lamp or a fire rod to logically navigate through here, we can just hold out our sword and kind of reasonably well navigate. It's not as fast as using the actual things, but quick enough. Wow, I got that actually really fast right there. And we got the sewers chest. We got this one too. Now, one of the trickier parts is trying to... trying to get the rat here. Ah, got it. You always kind of know where it starts, but if it gets away, then it can get really awkward really quick to try and get through there. But hey, overall I think this worked out pretty well. So, if we get anything useful here, it's not in logic. Alrighty, so the hammer here would be in logic if you find a lamp or a fire rod right now. That's very interesting. Also quite potentially valuable. As I've mentioned before, if an opponent went to Uncle first, they might have done escape, and they might not come back for escape until later. So that could be useful. Neighbor! Boo, boo, thirsty. Welcome, I hope you have a nice day today. I hope I've been doing better and got myself sleep. So here's the thing, I slept well. The problem is I slept on the wrong side of the day, if that makes sense. So my sleep schedule is now exactly flipped, basically. And the problem is that is not normally when I stream, so I feel like I'm doing stuff wrong. Well, maybe I need those 20 rupees. Zora is not yet in logic. You either need flippers or a glove in order to be able to get to Zora logically. Even though we could fake flipper over there, I'm not gonna do it. Switching over to Ether, because Ether allows us to just knock these guys out super quick. They have the small price back, that is worth noting, I guess. 20 more rupees. 20 more rupees. 3 bombs. 20 more rupees. And 3 bombs. Alright. Are Zoras in the same price? Don't tell me, actually. I'm just thinking out loud. I wonder whether Zoras are in the same price pack as the magic enemies. No, they're in the bomb price pack. We haven't seen the bomb price pack yet, I don't think. Oh my goodness, that guy really wanted to chase me down. Ooh, I actually want these rupees. Just in case we go to Zora. Should I go to Zora right now? I never sequence break over there. We don't even have a moon pearl. No, we don't go Zora. I'm so strongly considering going over to Agina's cave before going Eastern Palace, but on average this is kind of the weaker play. Come on. Oh my goodness. You don't remember any of your packs? I started trying to keep track... Ooh, there's a fire rod there. I started trying to keep track of my prize packs more accurately and more specifically, because it can actually be even useful in climbing Ganna's tower, when you know that, the 8 wizards you defeat could just give you a bunch of hearts or even a fairy along the way. Really? Come on, controller. Need to get used to using the spin speed here. Can't bonk into this because we have pseudo boots. Otherwise we could just open that. Same with the escape sequence. There is a bottle here and a moon pearl. I guess this is not in logic to have a hammer anyways. But a lamp would always bring it into logic. Now if you find a hook shot and a lamp, well, I would still have to go to Agana anyways. Now I get it when I actually shouldn't. Great. Bottle is what I got. Oh, alright. Is that like a 1 in 8 chance to dash straight up there without getting interrupted? There's a glove. I'm so strongly considering getting out of here, but we don't have... Wait, no, we do have logical access to it. We're out of here. It's 1 item out of this dungeon. Alright, the reason I immediately went out of there is because the first chest in Eastern Palace is quick to access, everything else could just be really far away. And I don't mind necessarily dipping into there later, but I would prefer doing that Something else. The glove actually would give us access to the back of escape via, well, drop down instead. Let's see. Oh. Made that wrong in the Palace of Darkness, just 3. Alright. That guy just despawned himself. Oh, nice. Alrighty, so Thieves' Town is a pendant. We don't necessarily want to go there. I also don't necessarily want to go to Palace of Darkness right now, unless we find a bow right here. We do know we need flippers. Oh, that's the last medallion right there. Wow, we have all of them already. We do know we need flippers. This is one of the few times where I'm actually gonna go towards Zora. So I didn't really gain any time over a potential opponent at all. Because they could have just gone with the glove and not even worried about the Dark Cross potentially. Really? I need to practice spin speed on this. There's a piece of heart. You know, I kinda want that. Still somewhat early-ish, I guess, into the seed. No, unfortunately we don't have the means to go too far over here. Optimally, we would actually get a mirror at Catfish. Then I could just check out Zora as well. Could I? Well, actually, I couldn't even check the waterfall cave. I don't have a way to fake flipper right now. Also, as weird as that looks, I do not have a way. Ah, whatever. To bonk into these rocks, because we don't have proper boots. Alright. We're gonna save and quit to... We already did this. Another bottle. You know, I take it. That is, in fact, an excellent reminder that I do actually have a bottle to show to Sick Kid before we go into the Village of Outcast. I might have forgotten about it, maybe not, I don't know. We do have knowledge of where the fire rod is, but we actually need 2 items in order to go there. So we will always go into Skullwoods in this scenario here, I think. Well, I will anyways. I think it just makes sense. Alrighty, bottle kit right here gives us an item when we have a bottle of some descriptions. I think Zoras have to be the big price pack actually. So we don't have a Titansmith, so we have to go the long way around. We don't have a book, so we can't check pedestal along the way, so we just go, I guess. Also don't have the means to bonk into the tree to get some magic right now. Not like that really matters. Hello! Welcome to you, Sarah. I hope you're doing well. Right, Skullwoods it is. We basically need everything anyways, except the flute. The flute is the one thing we may not need in order to finish this seed. It's always a big question mark, of course. Oh, whoopsie. Maybe I should Death Warp instead. We get a small key, which allows us to go through here. There's a big key, which allows us to check out the big chest. We still have plenty of bombs. The seed gave us a lot of them. Another small key, so nothing out of Skullwoods so far. There's only 3 chests remaining that we can still access, currently. Can I? Yeah, nice. That actually worked out just in time. I charge up a spin right there. which allows me to effectively get as close to falling down without actually falling down as possible, because you walk off the ledge, which kind of gives you a brief window of trying to get back onto it before falling, and I release the spin attack during that window, which consequently actually allows me to one item out of this dungeon. Sorry, I keep interrupting myself. Want that. Thank you. Either way, it consequently allows me to effectively get as close to the pit as possible, because the spin will start as soon as you are on solid ground, so to speak. You cannot do the spin when you are halfway off falling down. So the game effectively will release the spin as soon as it is possible, and basically bringing you as close to the pit as well possible, really. Stun drop is hearts, that's nice to know. There's a piece of heart up there, which we don't need. Now the big question is, do we go into Thieves' Town further than just the first 4 chests? We only find one item in the front. We go into the back, I think. Because the alternative would be 2 items outside at that point. Which does include Stumpy and the digging minigame, and I suppose Agina. I haven't checked Agina yet. And of course, Palace of Darkness is also an option, which I was considering going right after Hype Cave, but not usually that great of a choice. So this is one of the rare times where I will actually check the bonk, or the bomb house here, before going inside, just in case this is a relevant item for progression, because not that many locations left at this point. So what do I expect to find? I guess Titan's Mate would do a lot, Flute would do a lot as well. Actually no, Flute wouldn't do that much. A lamp wouldn't, well, I don't know, we need like multiple items. I guess Titan's Mate is the one thing that would do quite a bit for us in terms of opening up locations. So I would think finding those next is one of the more likely scenarios. There's flippers. To find a mirror, we will have access to the fire rod soon. But really? So that was one item so far. A useful item. It does actually allow us to access some more. Oh, there's an ice rod. That's amazing. I love ice rods. This is gonna be a big key. I think we're hopping out of here for now. Maybe I should stay. It's fine. We'll come back sooner rather than later here. I really like finding ice rod early, because then you don't have to worry about it anymore. Isn't that lovely? So, we now can go check Stumpy, digging minigame. And I think the only time I don't save and quit from Stumpy is if we find a mirror. Then we can just check the surroundings here. As well as potentially... oh, mushroom. I guess we could go and deliver the mushroom on the way to Zora, now that we have flippers that is reasonably efficient. That is fine as well. You don't like ice rod hunts? You would have thought it, yep. It's kind of... well, to be fair, I prefer... ooh, I didn't think about this. I didn't think about Titan's Mitts. Oh no. Panic. Oh no, panic. Can technically do Ice Palace. I guess that's a truffle, not a mushroom, because we had to dig it up. Right, that's fair. It is a truffle. Even quit from here, though. Do I need to deliver Froggy right now? Could bring it all the way to Zora. Alright. Let's go on a world tour, my little friend. It's fine. Because we did get flippers. Oh, wait. I needed to go south. Ah, it's fine. It's alright. Not great, but it's alright. I think this is a lot of lag for no good reason. Just bringing the smith along the way. I actually forgot that was a potential bomb right there. Come on. Alright, turning in the mushroom. Do I wanna... No, I actually don't wanna buy a potion. I don't have enough money for that. No, I actually need the money for opening up Palace of Darkness if we need it. I would like to buy a potion, but I'm not gonna. Hello! Thank you for the good luck. I definitely need it. Welcome as well, Noble Barnes. I hope you have a nice day. Ah, need to be slightly further to the left there in order to jump down the other way. Really? There we go. Not the most elegant way of doing the things, to say the least, but I guess it works. In fact, it's kind of slow. We're gonna get everything here. Silver arrows. Alright. Don't have a bow yet. Ooh, blue potion. I would like to have another one. And a bugnet. You know what? I can catch a fairy instead. I'm happy with one blue potion and one fairy. That is kind of the optimal setup for me. Alright, usually it's kind of laggy here, so the smith is not gonna really make that any better. There's a sword. That is, in fact, a third sword. Logically as well. We didn't really find anything here yet. Except for a sword, I suppose. 5 rupees. You know, actually it's relevant, because that brings me to 110, I think. Yep, 111 if I wanna go that place. Now we go back to Village of Outcasts. Sanctuary. By the way, Zelda really does not like dwarves. She's really scared of them, so she hides whenever you bring the sword at the dwarf over here. Also, she does not like purple chests either. But, well, I mean, to actually maybe illustrate that, you can only have one follower at a time active at any given point, and Zelda does count as a follower, so she's not there when you have another follower. 1% scam. I'm a dingus. Oh no. Wait a second. No. I needed to deliver Froggy first. No. Oh, that's so unnecessary. Losing so much time for no reason. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. I was thinking, alright, next step is gonna be checking the rest of Thieves Town inside, and then I already wanted to go to Thieves Town before actually delivering our little smith friend. I'm just kind of trying to think. A fire rod would potentially unlock some items in Palace of Darkness. We didn't want to tell you. Yep, that's the good thing. I appreciate that. Alright, I think we just clear Thieves Town maybe? Oh, this is awkward. We could just go in to Ice Palace instead. I wanna go Ice Palace instead. I'm gonna go Ice Palace. I'm gonna deliver Purple Chest. Ah, this is so awkward. This is so inefficient. I wanna go Ice Palace though. We do have a blue potion and very little health, but also an armor upgrade, so maybe it's fine. No fire rod though, but a good sword. Ah, this is so inefficient. I even went earlier to do the hammer pack separately because I figured I'm not gonna come back here anytime soon. Now I'm right here. Twice. Ah. Oops. Should have done Thieves Town with your draw friend. You actually can't go in larger dungeons or cave networks with a follower. I couldn't have entered Thieves Town with the dwarf. Plus, even if you could, blind would kind of make the little dwarf disappear afterwards. So I think we just go again after this, because we're right here. Mini, mini, meow. 20 rupees. Ouch. Yeah, definitely Ice Palace now. Always check what's on the ledge over here. Come on. There we go. Whee. Alright, we save and quit to Link's house. I will probably want to get the heart in Link's house too. Yeah. Ew. So actually, hoboing to Link's house makes more sense. What do you wanna bet that the solution was to just hop into Palace of Darkness all along? The thing I was thinking of to begin with. Oh well. Ah, look at that ice rod. So, very frequently, it feels frequently anyways. Actually, it probably is not as frequent as I make it out to be, but it feels like sometimes, or frequently enough, you find the fire rod inside Ice Palace. Just because, you know, normally you would think you need the fire rod in order to go in there, but Bomba's medallion works just fine, but kind of would like to have the fire rod first as well. Oh, thank you. More health. But in this case, we know we're not gonna get the fire rod in there. But we could, in theory, get a mirror and then go outside and grab the fire rod. Actually, no, we couldn't even do that because you're kind of in a cage after going into Ice Palace. So we just have to go and grab this thing separately entirely anyways. Oh, that's a little bit awkward. We don't even have a fire source. And, oh no, thank you. Thank you for the good luck and thank you for a really long time of 52 months of support. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. Alrighty. We also don't have Cane of Samaria, so we can't do Icebreaker, so we're just gonna do the good old bomb jump, which actually I have done surprisingly frequently recently, it feels like. Good thing we have a better sword at least, so that's nice. Come on. Nothing useful. I don't think I needed that magic thinking about it, because Bombas is somewhat cost efficient and not useful for the fight itself against Goldstaff. Alrighty. No. Okay, we need to hit the switch after this. Works every time. Oops, I did not mean to place a bomb. Hit the switch, please. Very nice. Kind of... oh well, I guess I'm taking damage. I did not want to take damage, but I did. And hey Northrex, welcome and thank you for the good luck. I can definitely use it, especially after Kinda goofing the early game, really. I don't want to take damage, so we're gonna just be patient here. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. This. So... if I get a small key here, we go right side. Not a small key, so we go down and around. Cape actually opens up Spike. Wait, no it doesn't. We don't have technically access to Spike Cave yet. That's very interesting. So this has to be a small key now. Over here. In the chest, I think. Maybe. I guess it doesn't have to be. Very confused. It's item number 2. We could just go to the boss instead. But I don't like leaving stuff behind, especially if there's not a whole lot else left. So the right side here is in fact hookshot locked. So this is not gonna be in logic. Let's go and do a spin setup for being as close to the pit down there as possible. And then just plant the bomb to the left. Pretty easy. Actually, I did not need to do that. So because I need the small key anyways, it actually makes more sense to pick up this chest here first, rather than the other one most of the time. Even though there's only one item remaining that I possibly want. There's a small key. The big key also has to be somewhere over here. Oops. There's the big key and it's vanilla location. So I guess I'll have to go back down and around for the big chest because I need to fall in from above. I don't have the hookshot. So this is all hookshot locked at this point, I'm pretty sure. And there's the last item, so we don't have to go and open the big chest. I think... does it contain a small key? No, we have all the small keys, so... wait, that doesn't make sense. Does it? Either way, it wasn't Ice Palace. It's just a big shame. So, Palace of Darkness we go, I guess. Then we're saving it from here. And just because I'm not terribly sure about my performance right now, I just use the cape. Alrighty. I'm lost locationing everything it feels like this seed. And I'm not playing efficient. So, do we need to make a play? Probably not. I don't think we're behind enough yet to make a play in any capacity. Plus there's so many other things to get still. Link's house. Reminds me, I wanted to get a fairy, but until I have the mirror, getting a fairy would be pointless, because I would just want to death warp at some point, probably. Or it could be the 2 items in the back of Thieves' Town, which I feel reasonably confident that a lot of players would skip out on that initially as well. To be fair, I would have already done the back of Thieves' Town if I didn't goof up the sequencing for purple chests and felt like I should not spend that much more time in it over there. So there's that too. On the bright side, I have the money for here. Barely. I'm very confused how the seed kind of developed. Let's see, what could we find in here? We could find a mirror in here, which I suppose would open up the front of Swamp. Hookshot and lamp. There's at least 2 items in here, isn't there? Alright, we get a small key. Also, don't dash downwards to the pot, it's slower. Like seriously, it's walking as fast as some trees. They'll need to integrate that into my muscle memory proper. There's the big key, that's kind of nice. But wait, this means there's 2 small keys somewhere. Do I want to worry about losing health? No, we can just even quit from the back afterwards, this is fine. I do need bombs here, however. Too slow. Maybe they... Actually, even if they drop something, that's not useful. Actually, wait. Come on, get out. Does that mean... Wait, hang on, I did get a small key, so we can go further. So, presumably, this is going to be where we find the not small key. Yes, there it is, because the back otherwise would not be open. Do I go to the back first? Ah, this is awkward. I don't wanna. I don't have good setup for it, but I'm gonna do it. Just because it makes routing easier, but I kind of suspect we will find the lamp. Wait. I'm a dingus. I don't have a bow. Why did I even think that way? Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. I need to start making the right choices. You know, I do feel like that is indeed an accurate treatment. So, only this chest over here is in logic right now, so unless this is not it, then it has to be... There's the lamp! I was right. So up Death Mountain is in logic too now. Ooh, there's more stuff in logic now in Eastern Palace. I just realized that I didn't go further in there. Oh no. That could be horrible. 160 please, thank you. There's another item here. We only have 2 remaining inside Palace of Darkness. Oh no. I forgot that I just decided to get out of Eastern immediately as soon as I got the gloves. 1 more item, so the next one we could just save and quit. Potentially. Nope. Up Death Mountain we go, I guess. And there's the last item. That actually was a sword at some point. So Death Mountain is 3 items, and we did get a cape along the way, which actually does allow us to get into Spy Cave. I'm very fascinated as to where this seed is going to lead us. Also, by the way, dashing along the left-hand side is faster to go up through, but I don't think it's necessarily faster to get over here. Well, actually, probably is. At least, well, maybe right side might have a faster route, but I couldn't find one. I'm very confused right now. And I guess at this point a mirror or a hookshot would unlock a bunch of things. Because previously it wouldn't, well, not logic-wise anyways. That's a heart. It's lovely, but not what I'm looking for. But we have plenty of bombs, so we can do this. Whee! I don't know why I didn't get hit. No idea. Nothing up there. Just a heart. Wait. I do have a blue potion, it's fine. I was just thinking, wait, I don't have enough health to do this without... I have a blue potion, it's fine. I think I need it actually. Unless I do the Freddy thing. Oh no, I already messed up. I'll need to use the blue potion. It's a shame, but oh well. No, it's not here. Oh, I really hope it's not Easter. That would be so awkward. Oh no. Because I feel like by default most people are just gonna check the rest of Eastern rather than dip out of it. Then again, I don't know whether we've seen that kind of situation arise frequently enough. This one of those seeds where it just feels like nothing goes right. But at the same time, it's an awkward enough seed that it's entirely possible my opponent will have the same issues. So, back in here we go. What's the other? Misery Mire and Desert. So a flute plus a mirror would actually give us access to the pedestal in theory. Whoa. Ultra Val, thank you. Thank you so much for 3... Wait, no. Let me... That's not 3 months for tier 54, or it might as well be. That is 54 months with tier 3. You know, that's pretty crazy, right? Thank you so much. Welcome back. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. Oh, come on. Did I not get that? Nope. Keep. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Got the dash for once. Niels, ladder is against an unknown opponent. You can try to figure out who it might be. Just don't tell me. I'm not allowed to know. Boats! Well, that's... Unlocking 2 more locations. That was available basically as soon as we went in here. Actually, the small key was front-loaded as well, which means this was accessible even without a hammer. Not relevant in this seat because we had the hammer, but... Curious. You can now run! Oh wait, we can now properly run. So... that is indeed accurate. Let's hope we find the last item before. So we save and quit the sanctuary, of course. Hello. Nope, not here. I was considering going to the big chest first. But in case Blind has the last item, then that would be kind of inefficient. Okay. Alright, sure. very interesting in terms of what we can do now in terms of stuff. Go away. This is very, very interesting. You know, the funny part would be if there was still something we need in the front of Swamp Palace without having the hookshot. I would like that actually. Can't get the fire rod now. What does that unlock? Woods, which is a 5-6 actually. What's the other 5-6? Did I already do that? Woods and Easton. No, I didn't. Oops. Oh my goodness. Piece of heart. Maybe I should have picked it up. It's fine. Now that I have the mirror, I can catch a fairy. Don't need the portal anymore. Oh. Got every item out of here. We didn't actually kill the boss though. Back up that mountain we go. Or do we grab the fire rod first? You know what? We grab the fire rod first. Just in case we have everything else required to do Turtle Rock. We would need to find a Samaria. No, actually I like that play here. This is not necessarily the most efficient, but let's be real. This seed, there's a lot of things I haven't done efficiently. I'm just kind of hoping to find Samaria up on that mountain somewhere. Then we can immediately clear Turtle Rock and maybe get a bow out of it. You think it's you who I got paired against, Fred? I dare to say that's mildly unlikely, but good luck to you then. No screen cheating, please. Do we do Tower of Hera immediately? I mean, we could just do it slightly later. I actually don't know. I guess I'm gonna do it. I would like to do it with a hookshot, but it could just be Samaria in here for all I know. No, frogs are friends, not food. No eating frogs, please. I kinda wanna go up there, but also kinda don't wanna go up there. There's only one item remaining in Tower of Hera. There's actually a bunch of items on the left side of this mountain here. There is 6 in Paradox Cave, 1 in Spiral Cave, 1 in the Floating Island, 1 in Hookshot Cave, and 2 in Super Bunny Cave we could access. Versus that one chest right here. Which, if we find a hookshot along the way somewhere, that would immediately speed up everything else too. I don't like going down here actually in hindsight, but now I'm here. And again, I haven't really done most things efficient anyway, so whatever. Best case scenario is there is an item in the big chest at this point. Just then in comparison to an opponent trying to find stuff, I wouldn't lose any time. Magus, hello! Thank you so much for the raid and the host, and welcome everybody to Zelda Link to the Past Randomized. There, I'm doing stuff very inefficiently currently, but you know that happens. Oops. I meant to switch to the hammer. So yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome everybody, I hope you're doing well. And today, this is a ladder race, so even if you could help me, please do not. In any capacity, I would appreciate this, because I'm not allowed to get help or allowed to know who my opponent is. There are no opponents, only competitors. I mean, a competitor can be an opponent. It's not an enemy though. Like, I don't hold any grudges against anybody else. Either way, welcome everybody, and I hope your Final Fantasy XIV stuff went well. Actually, have not played that game in quite a while now. Whee. Yeah, I'm clearly not playing well enough, so let's just use a cape. What about components? Well, components can be anything, really. It could be a component of a sandwich, it could be a component of a tournament, it could be... well, I guess that's usually not used for referring to people, is it? Oh well, that's fine. Oh well, anything else? Trying to think. Nope, I can't think of much. There's a burner. Don't need it at this point anymore because we already have a cape. I could have done Skullwoods before going up this mountain, but without... wrong entrance. Without finding the bow first, that would be mostly pointless. If somebody found the opponent, would they be allowed to say that they found them, or anything else? As long as it's not anything identifiable. Let's put it this way, probably allowed, yes, but let's just... I would suggest not do that, just to be sure. I think that's fine. It's probably easy enough to find anyways. So, in case anybody's curious, what you can do in order to find... well, if you're watching somebody else's opponent, just check the A Link to the Past directory for watching people run and race. And then it's usually easy enough to, like, compare the inventories and stuff they checked at the point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just don't make the most sense. Just curious, that's fair. Right, I figured it would be a hypothetical question. Which I would say hypothetically it's fine, but practically let's not. Because... I mean, it's just easier that way, then we don't have to worry about it. By the way, did you know there's actually a specific order you have to press these buttons in? Or the pegs? Because for the longest time I did not actually know that. I just always pressed them in the same direction, and at some point I felt kind of cute and decided to go the other way around, and then I got a bam bam. I did not know that it didn't work that way. So we can get this chest. This is in logic, by the way, in case you're curious. This is the lowest chest, and bonking to get access to various locations is, in fact, by randomizer in logic, because there's one room in Gan's Tower that you can only access if you decide to bonk, or for that matter, bomb jump across. More likely that they intended you to bonk, however, than bomb jump. And as a kid, I had no idea how to get there. Okay, nothing found so far. You got stuck on the pegs when you were young and had to ask an AOL chat room for help to figure it out? That's interesting. Because these days, you would almost certainly immediately know what is up when you hear like some form of a negative sound, right? And you would know that you're just not kind of doing it right. And probably just try out a bunch more combinations. But when you just don't know as much about gaming and stuff like that, it's just a lot more difficult in a sense. Which, a lot of things, all things considered, I dare to say, pretty much everybody here who has played video games at some point in their life, we'd kind of take for granted. We know that if you hold down a jump button in a platformer, you jump higher. But this is actually not something that necessarily comes natural to people who don't normally play games and stuff like that, which kind of was mind-blowing to me to realize when I just kind of read an article about these kinds of little challenges at some point. Like, to us it's just completely normal, but not to everybody. Kids are dumb. I don't like saying that kids are dumb, because are you dumb when you just don't know any better because you never had the opportunity to learn? I don't think so. So I'm gonna get bonked. Thank you. Kids just haven't had that many opportunities to learn yet, because they're not that old. But I definitely get that you don't mean it in a malicious way. I'm just kind of semantics here for no reason. Alright, let's see what the last item is. A shovel? Really? Okay. Kids have only been alive the number of years old they are. I mean, yeah, it's kind of... yeah, that's how it works, isn't it? Still sounds funny though. But also, kind of an interesting other point there is when I heard at some point, like a kid was crying, and they were crying really hard, and somebody mentioned, well, it's as if this was the worst thing that ever happened to you in your life. I'm just like, yeah, I suppose that is very likely, isn't it, if they're young enough? That might just be the worst thing that happened to them in their life. Even if it seems completely, like, innocent and small to us at this point. Hello and welcome. Let's see what we have here. Hookshot. Ha. Alright. Interesting. Oh no, Hookshot. Oh no! Hookshot Cave is now available upstairs. I just hope there's no Samaria in there. Or do I? I don't know, dude. At this point I have no idea. There's been so many inefficiencies. Still need 2 items though. So, whatever. But yeah, I feel like the concept of kids are dumb, it's never meant in a malicious way, because, yeah, of course, if you just don't know any better, what are you supposed to do? So I will never assume anybody means it in a mean way. Frustrated, maybe. Because sometimes things just don't make sense if you know too much. Isn't that weird how backwards that seems? Do we go left side swamp? Probably, we still need 2 items. If I find 1 item, do I go left side swamp? One of the 2 that is. If I find, like, Samaria, do I go left side swamp? Maybe. You have such a hard time being frustrated with kids not knowing things. Like, it's difficult to get frustrated, I assume, is what that says. Which makes sense. But at the same time, until I consciously like thought about the concept of, yeah, that's probably the worst thing that actually happened to that kid in its life, I never really thought about these kinds of things, you know? And sometimes just don't, well, think about it or get a nudge to think about certain things. You might just not know any better either. Even if in hindsight stuff is just obvious. You're a firm believer in treating kids as if they are smart and reasonable people, because it actually makes them behave like smart and reasonable people. Yeah, that makes sense. I can get behind that. It's one of these things where I'm not good with kids whatsoever. And honestly, I don't really care about being good with kids. But stuff like that seems kind of important to recognize still for me. Dive down. First try. Meow. I don't know. I always feel like there's probably just much more that can be done. Let's see. Samaria and Bo in the next two chests. Let's go. Maybe Bo and Samaria in that order. Let's see. Aww. That does not look like a Bo or a Samaria, and I'm pretty sure we cannot turn a burrito into Bo or Samaria, even if a lot of craftsmanship. So, left side swamp was a bust. It'd be kind of funny if the Bo was in Eastern Palace all along. Oh, actually, hang on. Did I get something out of pond? Oh, now I'm starting to think the bow must have been available already if we actually got access to the other dungeon. I don't have a big key. But that might be not necessarily true. Really? I'm pretty sure the reason why this sometimes doesn't work is because I'm jumping into the water on a different subpixel, or pixel in general, because I'm swinging my sword, or I'm holding up my sword and move slower. There's a big key. You know, maybe I shouldn't go back. Hang on. Maybe I shouldn't go back, because... reasons. Brain does not function right now, I'm sorry. Okay, it was an item. I would have come back. Because there's only one more item in this dungeon, and even if it's Bo or Samaria. It's a book. Alright, sure, why not? We can check if the tablet immediately hop into the next dungeon. Oh, this seed is something. I feel so slow the entire time. If we find a flute inside desert, that would be great, because then it could just be on pedestal at that point. My goodness. I'm goofing that up too. So slow. Really? Come on, give me the puffballs, please. Oh, just playing this terribly. Holy cow! Maybe I should have practiced more with the controller beforehand, but oh well. At this point, I'm just amused. Also, I have a reason to go up that mountain now to check out Hookshot Cave. But before that, we check out Bomba's tablet, and then in the other. Samari bow? If it's a Samari bow, then I don't know how to aim in order to create platforms in Turtle Rock. I don't think arrows usually land on the floor in this game. They just perpetually travel on a horizontal axis without ever having the drop in their trajectory. And I don't know how to aim down. I just feel like at this point I need to get really lucky in order for my opponent to have just as goofy of a run, but here's the thing. If my opponent decided to go to the back of Thieves Town, which I almost nearly did myself because there was not a whole lot of other places remaining where I could go, then they are almost certainly going to win this. Like, it's 99% of the time. Rocks are friends, not food. Come on. Please be nice to froggies. Especially the ones in the back of my pond. Why do people keep stealing those? I don't know. Alright, we have not found any items yet. So there is maybe one of the torch, maybe one in the big chest. We'll see. Item... Oh, Mario. Still need a bow. So this is actually such an awkward path to get the Samaria, which kind of fills me with mild hope that this could be fine. We're gonna save and quit from here. We never go to the boss, do we? Maybe. No, we save and quit. It's fine. Go to the mountain. Do I go Ether Tablet first? No. Delicious booter? Oh no. I guess as long as it's just booters, not spooter hands, then I'm happy. Spider hands are terrifying. Also, if you'd like to suggest what a spooter would be if you put it in the food box and what the rabbit finds in it, be my guest. By the way, for anybody who might not know, which at this point I guess might be a bunch, because I have not played Secret of Mana since, well, a while really. A rabbit is one of these weird bunny-like creatures that are basically just a head hopping around with a gigantic mouth that tries to eat everything. So basically, oh my god, really? I'm the wrong way. Yes, those are rabbits. Really cute little creatures, but also very hungry. So we basically have a rabbit as a pet in the chat. That's it. Did I mean Pogo Pushel? Yes, actually. Pogo Pushel it is. I love that word, by the way, it's great. One of the best translations, I dare to say. Or actually, not even the translation, is it? I actually don't know what the original Japanese word for rabbit would be. Actually, it's rabi, isn't it? Could be anything. I'm pretty sure it's rabi. It's Pogo Puzzle on the German version only, which is a shame. It should be Pogo Puzzle in every version, really. It's great. That is one item out of this dungeon here. Pogo Puzzle for everyone. I like that. You know what I haven't tried in literal years? I don't know whether my old original Super Nintendo still works. The PAL version. Maybe I should try that sometime. Item number 2 right here. I wonder whether the battery on the Secret of Mana cart is still fine. Actually, I'm not even sure I still have my old Secret of Mana cartridge at this point. Probably somewhere. Ow. Wrong way. Alright, so what are the probabilities that Bo is exactly in the big chest over here? Not that high, so... Just gonna check Mini-K first. We could technically save a tiny bit of time if Bo was specifically in the chest over here. And in the big chest inside Turtle Rock. But that would be kind of oddly specific, because if it's not inside Turtle Rock, in the big chest specifically, which I'm pretty sure has a high chance of being a small key anyways, we lose time. It is a small key. Was a 50-50 chance at this point to be a small key or not, because then either this or the next chest, or both, have to be small keys in order for us to be able to proceed in the dungeon. I didn't do that room right. That's okay. Let's see whether I can do this room right. Hookshot. And there we go. Very slight speed up. Save those frames. One item here. And not here. You dug up your old SNES a couple of weeks ago after a friend of yours gifted you Mega Man X3 cartridge. So your console still works. Nice. You have your Secret of Mana and Link to the Past cartridge too still. That's pretty awesome. That's really neat. You know, I just realized that I kind of forgot to eat something today. Oh my goodness, really? I guess. Messing that up too. Gonna be too simple because of it now. What was the medallion? I don't even remember. I don't think it matters either, because we had all the medallions super early on. There's a bow! Oh no. Well, actually, is that a good thing? It's probably... I guess it really comes down to whether my opponent at this point would have checked the back of his town immediately or not. That's really the main component that it comes down to. And if they have, if they are at least equal in skill level, I'm still gonna lose because I did so many things inefficiently. And a lot of checks just didn't work out in the sequencing I did. So there's that. Chances of winning? I will predict about 10% in this seed. Possible, not likely. Really? I did not know you could even catch up to these bullets to get hit by it. Oopsie. You had to buy X3 from a Japanese reseller because the NA version is quite expensive. Yeah, a lot of US cartridges are super expensive, but if you play or buy the PAL ones, they're mostly fine, although some of them are kind of excessive still, at least around here. But Japanese ones frequently are surprisingly cheap. Like if you play or try to buy Secret of Mana for a Japanese cartridge, console, excuse me, it is kind of cheap in comparison. But if you try to play or buy it for US, it's just super expensive. Which thankfully we have now the SNES Mini version, which is, well, technically by the way the version's a speedrun, and I'm not that big of a collector anyways. In fact, I just don't have the space if I wanted to. Is it the same in Europe? I don't really know. Because I mostly purchased my Super Nintendo games for speedrunning purposes, I just kind of usually stick to NTSC versions, either Japanese or English, so somebody else might know just better. Did I poke? I did poke them. Wow, alright. I don't think I've ever seen or poked them before like that. Come on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. Don't forget to do Eastern Palace. We still need to find the big key in Eastern. So I actually did save a little bit of time in Eastern Palace, hopping out immediately, so that's a plus. But beyond that, yeah, this seed did not go in my favor. I could have gone for the hook shot, that would have been probably more efficient at that point. I'm that slow. Hook shot is probably better on average. Wonder whether... hang on. Did I use a fire? Oh wait. I need the big key. Is there a possibility you get to get a seed that you can't get at all? Not at this point anymore, probably. Basically earlier versions of Randomizer, they had very niche case bugs where it was originally possible, but I'm pretty sure at this point all the very unlikely scenarios that you could find yourself in at this point have been squashed by the randomizer developers. There is a mode that says no logic, where basically it might be impossible to finish it because no logic in the seed. But most people don't run this unless you have significant knowledge of glitches and stuff. You know what, I didn't really save much time here at all, because I need to go all the way around anyways. I suppose I don't have to do it in the dark, which is very slightly faster, but not really. Yeah, there used to be a bunch of seeds, especially when originally in Palace of Darkness, the very first chest could contain a bow, but everything beyond that, they just decided, nah, there's not possible to have a bow because it's just easier to develop the randomizer that way. But when the logic got more refined, and the key logic and stuff, it actually briefly was possible to have it so you could in fact possibly soft lock. Without knowing, let's say, the bomb jump and stuff like that. Which I distinctly remember, I think Wilded and some other racer actually ended up getting into... Well, during like a restreamed race, they got into... I don't want to say trouble, but they couldn't finish the race without knowing how to bomb jump, but neither of them at the time knew how to do the hammer bomb jump, so to speak. So they had to redo the race. But since then I haven't really seen any mention or anyone else ever see a seed that was incompletable. No logic is for those that want to glitch their way through, I guess. Pretty much, yeah. It is a fascinating challenge because you never know whether it is completable or not. For me personally though, because I'm actually not particularly well versed in glitches and stuff. It's not that interesting. I know a few things here and there, like I can get into Ganon's tower early and such, but that's about it. During the ladder and tournament runs, are all glitches fair game? Not quite. So basically, tournaments always tend to have as a baseline the no major glitches rule set, as for speedrunning, with like 2 exceptions, as in Icebreaker as well as the Diver Down in Swamp Palace are both allowed, which they are not in no major glitches speedruns. But other than that, there are tournaments for overworld glitches, there are tournaments for major glitches and stuff like that. There, all of these things would be required in order to be able to solve them. Which is quite fascinating to watch, because effectively, as soon as you get a glove, you can immediately go checkerboard cave. You just need to clip yourself across the mountain. Required brain dead plays. Now the thing is, all of these plays can be justified while occur in one capacity or another. It's rare for it to be more efficient, but let's say you're playing against somebody who's really crazy good. Then you might just decide, you know, I'm just gonna grab that first key in front of Hyrule Castle and use that to get to the back instead, because I don't think I have the time to check the bottom with my gameplay compared to other monsters that are playing the game. So there's always that. Alrighty, 1 to 22, where do we go? I'm gonna say 13, as usual. Let's see, oops, come on. 1, 2. I don't have a blue potion anymore, worth noting. I should have switched to the lamp earlier. No smoky. No smoky. Oh, there's the big key. And the small key. Small keys can only be in this room when there's a big key in the same room as well. Which is why I said no small key. Because the small key is always an indication that, hey, there's gonna be a big key. Grabbing a little bit. Actually, I guess I did not need the magic necessarily. We do have silver arrows for land loss. I messed that up a little bit. How did I mess that up, Zelda? Really? Oh my goodness. I do have a fairy, but I would prefer not using it, honestly. No, Froggy. I figured the fireball wouldn't hit. I wasn't sure, but I was right, so that's nice. Eh. Oh my goodness. Wow, that guy hit me? I am impressed. Like, honestly, that was very unusual to get hit right there. Oh my goodness, really? The sword beams don't deal as much damage as the sword, and they sometimes take priority over the sword swing if you don't position yourself properly. Eh. I was kind of hoping to just hit him with the sword instead of the beam, but no dice, I guess. Wrong way. Can I use lamp? You guys don't drop stuff that I need. Should have grabbed the small magic. A bit late now. Yeah, I needed to grab the small magic container. Because now I don't think I have enough magic to solve the upper room without going to refill my magic beforehand, which is a shame. Oh well. Actually, 2 small magic containers would not have done the trick anyways. Worth noting, I do not have a powder. So I don't want to take any damage, but I do need the small key. Thank you. I also want to get rid of my bombs at this point. Oh, sure, why not? I meant to go through the center, but this is fine. Oof. A little bit awkward, but we got it. Alright, we have silver arrows and we're fine. Works. Oh, well, I guess it's 2, it's fine. 3. Needed to keep there in case it was blue balls. Oh no! Okay, that was bad. That was not good. Such a slow run. It's one of these seeds as well where I did goof up a little bit, to say the very least, but it's also where you could have just walked the right path as well. And that's kind of the nature of Randomizer in the end. So I think that's okay. No complaining. I lose, then that's okay. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to stop after 3. But I get lucky anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Barely. Holy cow. I almost goofed that one cycle. Get rid of the bombs, so the quick swap to the fire rod is gonna be easier. It's not. That's okay. Not optimal, but then again, not much was in this seat. Alrighty, of the 24 races actually participating in this, 13 have finished already. If my opponent is under them, I will know in just a second. Done. Indeed. Alrighty. Here we go. My opponent was Technaldo. And Technaldo finished the seat in 1 hour, 29 minutes and 50 seconds, as opposed to my time of 1 hour, 36 minutes and 59 seconds. So GG to Technaldo. Yeah, even if I didn't goof, I just went the wrong way. And that's the nature of the thing. He did the early Thieves Town back. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected, where if my opponent did this, there's not much I could do. And I guess the silliest thing is, if I didn't goof up the dwarf and stuff like that, I would have actually just done dwarf into Thieves Town back into purple chest, at least that was the plan. But yeah, that's alright. And skipped Hera Basement. Yeah, that doesn't save that much time in comparison, but that's fair too. I was considering not going to Hera, but because there were so few other locations remaining at that point afterwards, it just made sense to immediately do it. Alrighty, Technaldo is a name I have seen around here quite a while, so they are certainly quite capable. So that's neat. GG, and thank you for playing. I'm gonna shut up because I should get some food. And I'm gonna try and sleep again. Hopefully wake up in time to be in stream time for tomorrow, but we'll see. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for listening and for lurking. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I do hope you enjoyed being around, and well, hopefully until next time, take care and have a good night.